Okay, for reals. Okay, guys, I'm here. A few minutes late. Had to get some stuff done really quickly, but I'll wait for just a few minutes to see if you guys hop on. I see someone. Hi, guys. I'm messing around with my tripod today so I could read my notes from my laptop because I took a bunch of notes today and wrote them down, typed them in Google Keep. And so I'm going to be kind of going from my notes to you guys, so I'll be looking down some, but I wanted it behind my laptop, so I'm kind of moving things around. Hi, guys. And I need to move my light, I think. Hang on a second. Oh, better. Hi. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking about today, and I was kind of going back and forth with a few different topics that I wanted to train or just talk to you about, but it's going to be about network marketing tips, okay? Some of you are really new to network marketing. I'm actually really new to direct sales. So the selling part and that is all different, but networking I've kind of done in another company, but it was just a little bit different. So I'm just going to teach you guys some tricks. So I will be reading my notes some because I typed it all out today. And so I wanted to just go through some tips on marketing and the whole network marketing thing. So a lot of people, it gets a bad name, obviously, because people do it in the wrong way and they get real spammy and stuff like that. But I'm also going to talk to you guys a little bit about content and stuff like that. Now there's a whole nother video on providing valuable content and things like that, but I'm going to just kind of break it down just a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and get started. For you guys that are coming on later, I see a few more people popping on. You can always rewind it and kind of go back and watch it later. So, and I meant to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb, and hang on. Okay, so if it starts dinging, sorry, I forgot about that part. I always teach you guys to turn your phone on Do Not Disturb so it's not messing you up in the middle of your live broadcast. But since it's just you guys in the training, we'll be all right. All right, so network marketing tips in general, and then you guys feel free to ask questions. Hang on. I hope I can see comments. Will somebody say something? Hang on. Facebook has changed a little bit. I guess with an update or something, so it's just showing me different things, but I know some people still have struggled with not being able to see comments. So somebody type me something and let me just make sure that that is coming up because I want to be able to address questions as you guys are having them. So I don't see, oh, actually I did see Morgan's comment a while ago. Okay, squirrel. All right, so we're going to talk about different things I want you to focus on when you're posting, when you're in a live video, and when you're talking to people in general, whether it's every once in a while you might do it on your personal page, or if you might do this on your sales page or your groups or whatever. So I want you to think about all the things that you've ever been sold to. Like somebody sold to you, okay? So you hop on Facebook and the first thing you see is a ton of people selling all their stuff. Well, I want you guys to switch the direction of, it's not like, okay, so for an example, if you sold health products or something. So instead of saying all the ingredients and kind of all of the things in it or the features of the product, so for us it would be lip scents or whatever the other products are, and then we would say, okay, so the lips, it's amazing, doesn't come off. Well, okay, that gets old after a while, and we still want to do that. We still want to show people that the features of the products, but we need to focus on the benefits rather than the features. So if you're taking notes, I want you to write down, so I'm reading my notes. Focus on the benefits of the product rather than the features of the product, okay? So what you're going to do is talk about how we're going to solve their problems, all right? So think about anything. We'll just talk about lip scents. Hello, that's what we do. But a lot of you have other businesses too. But think about the problems we're solving. Your post may be with a question. You may say, do you hate it when lipstick comes off when you kiss your spouse? Or do you hate it when you're trying on clothes in the dressing room and lipstick gets on everything? Or you're changing into your gym clothes and your lipstick gets on everywhere? Whatever that problem is, we want to be problem solvers. So we want to help them. So you got to get into the emotional side of your customer or the people that you're wanting to recruit to work with you, to be on your team. So you want them to, number one, know that you know what you're talking about and that you can provide value above and beyond just, hey, I'm selling lipstick, okay? So we want to know, back to that, we want to solve their problems if we can. So think about a mom going to buy a car. So like say she has 4 little kids under the age of 7 or something, I don't know, or even little or smaller. When she's going to buy a car, she's probably not going to care as much about all the features that are underneath the hood versus how many cup holders it has, or how many pouches it has to hold all their crap, or, you know, how many seats that they won't kill each other in, like the bucket seats versus the, you know, the seats, or whatever. Those are the things that she's thinking of, because we're consumers. So get into the mind of our customers. Okay. So if you're in the fitness business, you are trying to solve their problems. So you want it to address it as, are you having trouble losing that last bit of your baby weight? Or do you, you know, blah, 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 or whatever your problem is that you want to solve for them, okay? So we want to offer solutions to their issues or their problems. So if it's eyeshadow, you know, do you hate it when your eyeshadow gets really creasy? And, you know, for me, it was mascara would get all over my eyeshadow, and then I couldn't clean it off because then it was a long, whole drawn out deal. Figure out what those problems were that Shadow Sense solved for you, or the pearlizer, or the skincare, or whatever it is that you're trying to promote, and think about it in a different way. So we want to, you know, fix their problems. You know, so how many times I watched an infomercial, and my husband and I, this is the biggest joke since college or whatever, we'd go, that would make my life so much better. Like, that would solve all my problems. And you get right on and you order it, right? That's what you want to create. You don't want to be an infomercial, but you want to solve that problem, and you want to show them that you know how to solve that problem. So just think about that when you're creating content and trying to create things that you're going to post about. So then we go to the posting with purpose. So just think about these things. I heard this on a podcast once, and it says to do the so what test. So I'm reading my notes here. If you're posting a bunch of random stuff, you know, just to be posting because someone told you needed to post 4 times a day, well, then it's really not helping you. It's actually probably hurting you, because Facebook, you know, has this thing with, you know, with the algorithm and stuff, and it's actually picking up on people's posts that people like and they engage with and stuff like that. So if you're just posting a bunch of random crap, no offense, they don't care. And so people are just going to keep scrolling through their news feed. You know, every once in a while we want to post something that's of, you know, maybe little value, or may entertain them, but I'll get to that in a minute. So you kind of go with that, the so what test, you know, so, and you say, so is it, you know, here's some list. If you're taking notes, write these down. Is it inspiring? Is it educating them? You know, giving them some kind of little piece of information that they can use throughout their day, or that might solve a problem. Is it entertaining to them, you know, for them? Is it giving them some kind of call to action? So in business worlds, I won't go too into depth in this, but call to action can mean a lot of things. So it could even be as simple as, let me know what your favorite blah, blah, blah is. Okay. So some of those posts are the best engagement posts that I've ever gotten, was goofy stuff, but it gave them some kind of call to action. So where they're not just going to keep scrolling, they're going to actually do something in it. Now, in a sales situation, like if you're in a different kind of business or something, you want to do a call to action, it would be something like, here's the link to download my free ebook on, like I have one on, you know, developing a slimmer midsection with weight training or something. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it's on my website right now. You can click on that and you can download it, and hey, there's a call to action. Okay. Hey, Felicia. So think about those 4 things. So I'll recap a little bit. So if you're writing this down, you know, when you're thinking about something, if you're going to post, is it inspiring, educating, entertaining, or is it giving them some kind of call to action? So just kind of think about those things. So when we're in these groups and you think you're hearing crickets and stuff, we all do. Sometimes it's just the way Facebook is. And it's our human nature we're just going to scroll. So a lot of times, you know, how many times are you laying in bed and you're just scrolling, but your husband may be sleeping, so you're not going to turn the volume on. So you probably don't, if that video doesn't look that exciting to you, then that's fine. So you're just going to keep scrolling. But if it's not something that gives you a call to action, like if you say, Felicia knows, but if you say, hey, tell me your favorite color and maybe I'll help you match it, or tell me your favorite blah, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. So just some kind of call to action to get them to do something, or share this with your friends if you think this would help them with blank, whatever it is. So if you're giving them content that's going to solve their problems, then you need to, you know, sorry, I got distracted at Felicia's. If you, y'all are funny. Anyway, if you are trying to get them to do something so you can keep that engagement, whatever. Okay, so So another thing is a lot of people are concerned about the quantity of times you post and the quantity of stuff. Like you've got to be on there and you've got to be posting so that your stuff gets in that news feed. Well, if it's crap, random empty post, like stuff that doesn't matter, it's not helping you. So don't just post a bunch of crap to be posting it. Honest truth. So that's why we say plan your content out. No, it's okay. You're actually providing lots of value. You're fine. But provide value, but also create a content plan. So sit down. We'll talk about creating content another day. I told you I'm going to try to keep these videos very short and to the point. Well, that's never going to happen. But so that you can go back and search these and be like, where was she talking about like network marketing tips or posting with purpose? I'll probably put those things in the description so that you'll be able to find it again. You can go back and look instead of watching a 45-minute video of a bunch of tidbits and you're going, I can't remember where she was talking about that. So I'm going to do better. I'm going to really try to do that. The other thing is that some of the most successful people on social media, for whatever reason, is because they are the best teachers. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be a teacher or you have to be the most creative person and the most, electric person on the internet. You can still be amazing at social media if you do some of these things and really keep these things in mind. But the best teachers are the ones that really captivate people. And so the next video I think that I'm going to talk about is more about like creating your personal brand and why people who have spent the time of creating personal brands are doing better at recruiting and stuff like that, because they know, like, trust. So it's that know, like, trust factor. We're going to talk about that too, about how people, you don't just wake up one day and go, oh, I have a great social media following. You have to earn it. You have to work for it. It took me 4 years to build a big following, but it's because they trust me and I don't bounce around all the different companies and stuff like that. But we'll talk about that another time. But recruiting is a big deal with that, because the person that you're learning from, they know you're going to be providing value to them as a leader, as a teacher, whatever. So yes, and if you don't like to be creative, this is kind of the tough love thing about owning a business or working on social media for your businesses. If you do not like to be creative or teaching or coming up with creative ideas and sticking with it, social media might not be the best place for you to work a business. If you truly aren't good at interacting with people and stuff like that, you might really, I'm just saying, you might really want to think how to learn how to do those things, or you might be kind of in the wrong place. So I want you to realize, that there's different ways to do different things. Okay, so I want you to really think about this. Are you, this is that there's no right or wrong answer. This is where I just want you to really think, okay? There's different things that people are in SeneGence for. They're on this team for different reasons. One is truly just to get the discount. 100% okay with that. I have several of you. It is totally fine. The second one is if you just want to be a seller, like you want to sell stuff here and there, just a little hobby, totally fine with that too. But then there's the other people like me who are putting it number one priority. And that's not to say if you don't have a full-time job, you can't put it number one priority, but you're in it to win it. You're in this to make a business. You're in it for the long haul. You really want to grow an empire. You want to have a team of women who are doing the same thing and really, lead up in that way. That is, well, that's what I'm doing, but I love it. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing. But I want you to look at the big picture throughout all of this and just realize what are your goals and what are your reasons. So a lot of this training that I'm going to be doing is probably not going to apply to you if you're not interested in that. Now, here's the cool thing. You can always come back later if you decide, when we get everything in stock and you say, okay, I'm ready now, and that's 100% fine. And then you can go back and you can do some research and you can learn all this stuff. Or while we're waiting for everything to come back in stock so that we can go gangbusters, why not take now to learn how to lead people and learn how to grow a team and how to build social media and how to do all these things, because my gosh, it's going to make it so much faster. A lot of the reasons why, I took and hit the ground running with this is because I've been doing something similar for so long. Now, I didn't do direct sales and I didn't do SeneGence and wasn't selling makeup by any means. That was totally not even what I expected to do. God had a different plan in that. But I was constantly learning and listening to podcasts and reading books. reading is pushing it, maybe Audible. I use Audible a lot. But anyway, so it's just, get it in your brain what you want from this company, what you want from this team, and then there's no judging. Like I said earlier, you don't have to do anything. So if you are so frustrated with all of this stuff that's going on, take a breather. Like, nobody's making you order. If you have a car that's free, I'm pointing to my car. If you have a car, like, y'all can see that, you have to do a certain amount of stuff, and you have to do a certain amount of things to be able to get those, or to get commissions. You have to order 100 PV, whatever. But in the long run, like, if you want to take a minute and just kind of take a break and immerse yourself in trainings, or not, and just wait for everything to come back in stock, you're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt any of our feelings, because the ones that are in this to really push and make build their lippy empire, they have different goals. So it's totally different, and it's totally fine if you guys want to sit back and just hang on and not be so frustrated with it. Totally fine. Now, there's those of us who are freaking ready to go. Now, we get frustrated too. I'm not going to say that. I mean, I've been frustrated too. I pulled over twice today. This is hilarious, because I was coming back from a doctor's appointment, and stuff went back in stock, and I'm like, oh my God, hold up. So I was trying to get it was loading and spinning, and I'm at a red light, and then the product list page come up, and I was like, oh, gotta go. So I pulled into the new Sam's parking lot and just sat in the parking lot. There's nobody there, and totally tried to get stuff, and it kept spinning and spinning and spinning. Got to the next point, and I was like, oh, I really need to be driving right now, because I gotta go run errands. So I get back in the car, and I keep it, down there where I can see if it like switches screens, and I drive to the next place, and I get to Walgreens and go through the drive-through. And I see it pop up into a different screen, and I almost wanted to tell the lady, hang on, you gotta wait a minute, Mama's got to get her lippy order. So bad. But then it wouldn't load anyway, so it was like, crap. So went and pulled into another parking lot and tried to get it again, and I got kicked out. So the last 4 or 5 times I've tried to order, that's happened to me. And so yeah, it's frustrating, because I'm trying to get stuff to help you guys have products when you can't get on. So it is frustrating. But I do believe in this company 100%. I believe in network marketing, which I used to not. I believe in providing, living a life by design. I'm providing a lifestyle that you create. I believe that is possible for everyone on here. I believe that you don't have to do what everybody else does in the world to be successful, and you can have it all. Ish. But you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. I'm actually kind of anti that. So anyway, I just want you guys to know that there are ways to go about things, and then again, don't feel bad also if I'm teaching you guys a bunch of things that don't apply to you, because here's the beauty of social media and videos. You don't have to watch it. I mean, you could be flipping through and be like, okay, well, I'm not really ready to build my lippy empire yet, so I'll come back to that. Or I'm just wanting to sell some lipstick. Well, this all does apply to you if you're trying to sell. So this is important stuff. But for those of you who just really want the discount, and there's not a whole lot for you to buy right now, and you can't get in or whatever, keep trying. But this may not be interest to you, but it could later be of interest to you. You may be kind of taking this all in and be like, okay, now I'm ready. So it's totally up to you, but no one's judging you for whatever. But don't complain on this team group about it, because at the end of the day, there's really not much we can do about it. And I hate to use the term, I hate to say when I say it's just lipstick. I mean, yes, it is just lipstick, but yes, we've invested our time and energy in this, and it is a business, and we want to make the best of it. I'm all for that. I'm at this 100% of my, well, I do other business trainings, and I do other stuff too, but this is my majority of what I do in a day. So yes, this is my priority, but it's not for everybody. It's not everybody's number one priority, and that's completely fine. But you're going to be able to take all this information in and do what you want with it, okay? So when you go back to watch this again, if you didn't take notes, just think about everything you post and think about what it does for people. Let me see if, actually, hang on a minute. This is something I forgot all about. I just saw it in the corner of my, I have a bulletin board back there. Hang on a second. I should have this. I should have this actually where I can see it more often. I've had this for probably 8 years in my house, like up on a bulletin board. It was on the fridge at one time. Look at all the holes in it. I don't think you can see it. So it's had like little holes all over it. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what it says. And it's kind of similar to what I was just talking about, like thinking before you post. This is also think before you speak. And so I'm going to read it to you. It says, before you speak, think. So it's got the, everything starts with, I forgot what that's called. Teachers, tell me what it's called. It's not an acronym. What is it called when you have like, when it starts the little letter? I totally forgot. Anyway, somebody type that in there so I don't feel like a dork. Okay, so here's what you do. Before you speak, think, and this is a great thing to teach your kids too. T is it true? H is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N is it necessary? And I don't know if that applies to me. Most of the crap that comes out of my mouth is probably not necessary. But K is it kind? Okay, so think, I know it's backwards in the video, but is it true, helpful? An acronym, it is acronym? Okay, totally was thinking it wasn't. But anyway, inspiring, necessary, kind. So this is kind of the same things. We should all be thinking this anyway. So before your freaking mouth opens, think about these things. And I'm kind of a blabber person. I talk a lot, so I have to really kind of remember this. I'm like, do I need to even talk about that? Same thing if you post. Is it inspiring? Is it educating? Is it entertaining? Is it giving them some kind of call to action or something to do, So just go back through those things and post with purpose. So I want you to realize that just because you have a social media group or page or whatever, it's not just for whatever. Like, I want you to, I've talked about content before, and it's a whole different video. I want you to post way more than just lip sense, but with purpose. So don't just kind of like post a picture of, I don't know, just something random, and then they don't understand why they're even following you in the first place, you know what I mean? So try to keep your purpose with the content, your content with the purpose. But anyway, so go through those things that I listed in the group, in the video, and I'm trying to read my notes to see if I just missed anything. Here's another thing. Okay, so think about, I didn't scroll down enough. I just was taking all kinds of notes today. I was thinking of things. So I call my stuff Dani TV because my nickname is Dani T. And so sometimes when I get on my videos and stuff, I'll say, welcome to Dani TV, blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of goofy like that. I've been in many costumes in my videos, crazy stuff, mask, all kinds of crazy stuff over the years. But I would imagine it's kind of entertaining at times. But so think about your Facebook group or your page as a TV show. And so what you want to think about is as you're providing content and you're posting about things, think about how many times you go to commercial. So really think about that. So if you are watching a TV show and it comes to commercials, like The Walking Dead, they freaking have tons of sponsors, okay? So it's kind of annoying because you have to watch all those commercials. But it is what it is. But for you, if you have control over this, I don't want you selling